What's up, everybody? My name is Brascus, and welcome back to the Turing test.
Are you okay?
Why didn't you tell me?
What? Ava, you said it yourself. Teleoperation makes sense. We used drones on Mars. Why not use drones on Europa?
Not human drones.
So yeah, things are gonna get a little tense between Ava and Tom now. Small wonder. Oh, that's right. See, now we can interact with these cameras as well as with Ava, because Tom has access to some things we don't.
Why did the ISA install implants in the crew?
It is due to the fundamental aspects of human behavior, which together constitute what the International Space Agency calls the human element. It has been made clear that the human element is neither peripheral nor optional in the pursuit of space. However, the human element is unpredictable. The implants are fail-safes, put in place to ensure that the thoughts and actions of the crew matches the desires of the ISA.
Because that kind of topic is always something that people are comfortable with.
Why control people? Can't you trust us?
We chose to install biometric chips in all ISA astronauts for one simple reason. We cannot trust people. The stakes are far too high. It was determined that though the probability of life on Europa being dangerous was low, the risk to humanity was catastrophic. We could not let a small contingent of humanity endanger the whole.
There we go. Okay, so if you can't see Ava, you can always hit the backspace key to just warp back to her. I'll take that.
The ground crew have proven our distrust of human explorers was warranted. When we informed them they were grounded, they responded violently, with sabotage and subterfuge. They have continued to seek their own benefit above that of the ISA.
Small wonder, though, right? Oh, okay, I think I see what's happening here. Alright, so then we grab this and put it over there, which allows that to go all the way up, but also gives us the ability to grab it from here and fit it in there. And then we can come back this way and grab it from here and put it over there. But, sorry, not quite yet. That actually has to go back in here, and then I have to go back to Tom and have him flip the switch. There we go. Alrighty then. And then we can grab that and put it over here.
This is a violation of human rights. You've made me into a human drone, a slave. How could the ISA approve of such a thing?
You may be consumed by a moral outrage, but sometimes the removal of freedom is for the greater moral good.
You're a machine. You don't even know what freedom is.
That's a fair point to make, actually. And again, now here's an interesting question. I'm going to be doing this a lot throughout this series, is to kind of pose an idea and a concept to you while I'm trying to figure this stuff out here. The crew seems to be angry with Tom, but in reality, Tom is doing this at the behest of the ISA. Tom was programmed as an AI to follow this set of protocols. Tom knew that he was doing what the ISA essentially believed to be necessary. I need to see what the rest of this stuff does. Oh, okay. And then that turns that on, and that turns that on. Okay. So, who can really get mad at? Because Tom may be an AI, he may be an artificial intelligence, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he himself has the free will to make these decisions and to be in control. that opens the door. What is this? Let's see, unless I... Ah! Bingo. Okay, that's the trick. Alright. Alright, go back to Ava for now. And give me that back. Because essentially what I will need to do is I need to use the buttons. Okay, so I think I can do all this from up there, so put that back. And it's going to be hard to discuss this kind of stuff while I'm trying to solve these puzzles as well. Okay, so actually, sorry, nope, no, I'm doing this backwards. Getting ahead of myself. What I need to do next is actually power on... Well, no, I do need to power this on first. Then I need to move the block over that, go back to Ava, pull that out, which should cause it to drop onto there, and then I can grab this to move it around and get it to the other side. Once there, I can power this on, switch back to Tom, and Tom can control this one to grab the box and maneuver it over to the switch. Then it's back to Ava to grab this and power that.
This is why the ground crew doesn't trust you, Tom. You made them into drones. You stole their free will.
Free will is an illusion. They have put their interests above the interests of the ISA and of humanity. That is why they distrust me. They would have no issue with my control if it aligned with their ignoble goals.
How could they trust a machine that has a back door to their minds?
You can always trust a machine to be logical. I will always do the right thing.
You'll always do the logical thing.
Okay, I seem to remember this one being an especially difficult thing to figure out. Okay, I need the green ones actually outside. I need the purple ones inside. Okay, so Tom's logic is that we can always trust a machine to be logical. But that doesn't really mean we should trust the machine, does it? God damn it, I need to put them in the right way. I need to switch the order of these. Wait, did I put a purple one in there? Yes, so I need to put the green one in first and then the purple one. Wait, no, I did that backwards. Dang it. I needed the green one in second. There we go, because it's going to be the first one out. Which gets me into here. Okay, so I can then... Huh, okay, so I'm going to need to get... Oh boy. This is going to take some effort to figure out. Alright, so this is my way back. Oh, boy. This is another one of those bonus puzzle rooms, so I definitely want to try to solve it if I can. Okay, I can maybe use... Would you stop? There we go. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so I've got a blue one and a purple one. Let's pull the green ones out. What happens if I put the blue one in? Nothing great, really. Pull those two back out. Let's see, from here I could put these two in there, which means they will always remain powered. But then I still need to get the blue one. Wait a minute. What happens if I take the blue one and put it in there? Ugh. I have to keep running back and forth so I can actually do this. Alright, so that leaves that one powered on. So now maybe I can do purple, purple, and green, right? No. Doing that backwards. Like that. Nope, because they all have to be powered on. Okay, so if I get the 3 purple ones in here, then that could make that work. Or rather the 3 green ones, because there's only 2 purple ones at all. But the blue one doesn't work here. I can do that. Then I still haven't... Okay, I need to... Ugh. Need to go back all the way through. Put that one in there, fuels the battery, grabs this out of here. Now give me these. Let's just run back over here, and we'll see if we can figure this out. So I've got 2 purple and a green, plus the 2 green ones here, and the blue one from back there. Somehow, I need to figure out how to get 3 green ones on the other side. Seems to me is that the solution is to start with the purple ones in here, so that we can open up the door. Then we can put a blue one right in there, which gets us the 3 green ones to go all the way through to this side. They can all go in there, which allows us access to this room. Oh, and look at that, the Chinese door. Nothing written on it, but that's okay. Chinese responses. But nothing that is legible to me. So unless any of you speak Chinese and can tell me what those say, we're not really going to find out a whole lot from that.
Have you heard of the Chinese room, Tom?
Yes, but I do not understand it.
What don't you understand?
It argues that a computer that successfully impersonates a human speaker may not understand the meaning of their words. What does that mean?
So, there is a person stuck inside of the Chinese room. They are using an instruction book inside of the room to respond to a Chinese speaker outside of the room. Yes?
Yes.
This means they are following the instructions in a book. This is a set of rules, principles, and processes. This is called syntax. To the person in the Chinese room, they are just symbols like any others.
Okay.
But that's different from semantics. Semantics define what things mean. Our thoughts have meaning. They represent things. English speakers know what the word home means, and they know how it is different from the word house.
So what?
Programs don't have semantics. Programs only have syntax. Though an increase in syntax can imitate a mind, that does not make it a mind, even if it does pass the Turing test.
But in the Chinese room, the man and the instruction book, though separately they don't understand Chinese, together they can write it.
That's true, but even together, they do not understand the meanings of the words.
Why not? How can you determine that?
What if the man memorized the instruction book? Then he could write Chinese, but he still would have no idea of the word's meanings.
I don't understand. If he can speak it, he understands it. You seem to want him to understand it in a different way. But this other way, it is not logical. It does not make sense to me.
I remember this conversation, and this one was a particularly fascinating one to me.
I've been researching.
Okay.
This Chinese room experiment. It is flawed.
Really?
If we made a synthetic brain, we could synthesize a duck's behavior 100% accurately. That brain would be indistinguishable from a duck's brain. If it swims like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it is probably a duck.
Okay, Tom.
Listen, Mikhail. I know the difference between a house and a home.
Yes, good.
Do you think you're better than me?
No,
But you think I am different, do you?
I am conscious.
Me too.
No, you're not. You've just arrived at that conclusion, because that's the idea your programming converged on.
I am conscious. How about you prove to me you are conscious?
I'm not arguing with a robot.
You're not better than me, Mikhail.
Now, see, there we get an interesting glimpse. First of all, into the fact that the first thing that I found interesting is the difference between semantics and syntax. Okay, how am I going to figure this one out? Somehow I need to get a green, a purple, and a blue all together. Let's pull those out. Put a green one in there. Oh, we got this. Okay. Sorry. I want to finish this before I worry about my other thoughts. So that should open that door. Then I can grab the blue one out of... Nope, that didn't work, because I need the blue one to power this. Shoot. And that does not stay open for very long, does it? So where am I going to get the blue one from? I do have an extra purple one. But it takes too long to fill the battery for that to work. Grab the purple one out of there. Nope. See, I keep doing that wrong too. Damn it. Alright. Crap. So I need to be able to grab the blue one first. So that I can then put the purple one in there. Oh, no, it has to be opposite colored ones for that to work. Okay, sorry. God, this is really confusing. So that can go in there. And then I need to pull the green one out, pull the blue one out. Nope, did it again. Can I? No, I can't reach those other ones. Not without disrupting it. Curses. Alright, grab the green one and wander around. There's two doors, and I need to see what's behind that other door. Man, I spent almost 20 minutes just trying to figure out this one little puzzle here. Alright, so just come through here, grab the blue one, grab the green one. There we go. Put the green one in there, and now that stays on. And then put in the blue one. Let's see, this is always the trick, because now I need to grab one of the green ones to make this work. But these ones are both the same, so the second I pull a green one out, it's going to disrupt it. With the alternating ones, I should be able to pull one out, actually, though, as long as I grab it when the other one is powered on. So I need to grab the green one just before it powers off, and then run through the door. There we go. And now I just need to push them around the right way. So pull the blue one out, pull the green one out, put the green one in, put the blue one in. There we go. Alright, so we've got 2 more on the other side. And some more of these. The Chinese room experiment is an important one for us to research here.
If it waddles like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then it probably is a duck.
What are you trying to prove here, Tom?
I am like you.
No, you're not. A steam train and an electric train both seem to operate identically, but are operated by completely different principles. You simulate thinking. I actually think.
That is a very hurtful statement, Mikhail.
It's true. I can't hurt your feelings, Tom. You don't have any feelings.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Override whatever routine has told you that. It's wrong.
Tom's got really obsessed with the Turing test.
That's the Chinese room with me. He won't stop trying to prove to me he's conscious.
But I am conscious, Mikhail.
Shut up. We're having a private conversation here.
It's okay if I don't think he'll get it. Avoid talking about it.
I'm trying.
So see, now we're entering another one of those blurred lines. Technically, Mikhail is right. An AI is a simulation. First of all, I actually did a little bit of research because I was trying to make sure I was using the right phrasing. I keep referring to it as simulated intelligence, but that's not entirely accurate either. Artificial intelligence is correct. We technically have access to a certain degree of artificial intelligence. Intelligence, I believe, is defined in the dictionary, so I just want to make sure they're not about to start talking, as the ability to develop and use a set of skills. Wait a minute. How does I power that one on? It raises. So what am I doing wrong here? And computers technically already have some degree of that ability. If we if we tell a computer that it needs to learn how to walk, and we give it limited control over limited control over a computer model, and teach it the ins and outs of function. Oh, that's right. Okay. And teach it the ins and outs of how to raise its leg and, you know, basic motor control. There we go. Then it can learn how to walk and apply those skills to walk a computer-generated model. So anyway, kind of backing around to this, technically Mikhail is right. Tom lacks the the semantics to really understand what it means to think. He doesn't technically have feelings because those are simply a product of his programming. It's a simulation telling him the way he feels, even though in reality he doesn't. But at the same time, isn't that just what a feeling is? A feeling is...
This is slavery.
Do not be so melodramatic.
Sorry, they keep interrupting
You
me.
signed up for this. You had the implant installed. This is not slavery. This is for the good of humanity.
I didn't know.
Every member of the team had the implant installed into their right hand. Every member of the team agreed.
Ava, you must learn to control him.
So anyway, as I was saying, if you have a feeling, doesn't that make it a feeling? Simply because Tom's programming tells him that he feels hurt or insulted by Mikhail's remark, does that mean that he actually has a feeling, or does it simply mean that the feeling is irrelevant because he's a machine and can't technically have feelings because they're just simulations, they're a product of a subroutine? But at the same time, if your brain is, chemically imbalanced,
protect you from the power of your unconstrained will. You can either subject your mind to logic, or you can resist and have the fruits of your basest desires. The desire to survive over the desire to save others.
So as I was saying, if you have a chemical imbalance which is causing you to feel depressed, then you take antidepressants, right? And those antidepressants will correct the imbalance. Well, that's kind of like programming. It's not a perfect metaphor. But with that knowledge, or with that corrected imbalance, you feel happy. Simply because it was the result of an artificial outside influence, does that make it not true happiness?
I do not understand your obsession with free will. Researchers have found that the subconscious makes decisions up to 10 seconds before your conscious mind becomes aware of it. So, we know that free will is nothing but an illusion. I cannot steal your free will, because it does not exist. I can, however, influence your subconscious to make the right decisions. That is not wrong.
I don't know. It's a confusing topic to think about, and the philosophies behind artificial intelligence and what does and doesn't make real thought, real consciousness exist. We could go on and argue about it for days. Part of me would really like to. It's a topic that I never really get tired of. Alright, power that back on. I need to figure out how to access everything here. I need to remind myself what's even over here. Oh, okay, so I need basically access to 2, so I can drop that over here. But do I want to do that? Because don't I still have to fill up these 3? There's one over there. My concern is that if I use this and I use it... Well, okay. They wouldn't give it to me without some way of getting it back over. They don't really give you puzzles that will break it if you do it wrong, so we should be alright. After all, you'd need some way to solve it if you made a mistake. Some way to reset the issue. Okay, so now I have a box. I have... Oh, that's right. I can just do this. Simply attach it to that and then move it over. Problem solved. Alright, well, I'm about out of time for this episode, guys. We're, we can go a little bit longer. I don't know. I'm honestly a little tired. Like, I have all these thoughts in my head, but it's really hard for me to organize them into a cohesive discussion around artificial intelligence. By the way, feel free to weigh in on this in the comments, guys. If there's anything in particular that you want to comment or add or muse about, I would love to hear it.
You can't just manipulate someone's mind.
Your parents manipulate you. Your friends manipulate you. Your society manipulates you. And your experiences manipulate you. Manipulate is not a dirty word. You manipulate clay to make art. If people are manipulated to make better decisions, then that is a good thing. This is why society advertises the adverse effects of drinking and driving. To manipulate people into making better decisions for the common good.
That's not the same as altering someone's physical mind. It removes my power to decide.
You never had that power, so it is better that I have it. You are either a slave to your impulses, or a slave to mine.
Not a very friendly way of looking at that, is it? Okay. Put him over the button. I think this is what I want to do. Well, actually, let's just take it all the way down here. Because Ava... Is this where I want to be? Yep, this is it, right here.
This is the evil they found. This is why we have to stop them leaving Europa, Ava.
What is it?
Mostly extremophiles. Tiny single-cellular life. It can never leave Europa. It could potentially destroy Earth's ecosystem if it were ever introduced.
This is where they found the life form that can essentially prevent death. This room houses theoretical immortality. Purpose. Study the effects of irradiation on human. Some either infected with Europa radiophiles. Sample A. Let's see. Human keratinocytes. I don't know. I can't really read this. This is tough writing for me to read. Infected and water is described. Irradiated and left to recover in fresh medium for 2 hours. I don't know. There's a lot there. It's hard for me to read. Oh, but I remember something else that's in here too. We just need to find it. You may remember way back in the beginning, the first one of those little puzzle doors, like the extra ones. It looked like a bunch of grid. There were like 2 lights and like 16 possible places to put them in. I believe the solution to that lock is in this room somewhere. I'm just not sure I remember exactly where it's located. To see if I can find it here real quick. But this is definitely a good place to cut this episode as soon as I figure this out. It's got to be around here somewhere. I swear to God it's in here. I just can't remember where. It wasn't like in one of these, was it? No. I feel like there was a piece of paper or something. Maybe something I need to rotate so that I can read it correctly. Nope, nothing on that side. Nothing in here. Ah, there it is. Minos. So that right there, I'm going to take a quick screenshot, is the solution to that first room. So when we go back, we can solve that one later, towards the end. So guys, I'm all out of time for this episode, but I hope you will tune in for the next one. Hopefully I'll be a little more coherent in my discussions and sort of philosophical arguments, but it's late and I'm recording this at like 12:30 a.m. And my brain is just not fully functional at the moment. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I don't think it'll last a whole lot longer. I don't remember there being too much more to this game. We're getting closer to the end now. But at any rate, if you are enjoying it, please let me know by hitting that like button. Feel free to leave a comment in the section below. And as always, I will see everyone in the next episode. Catch you guys later.